What is Active Directory? How does it work? Welcome to Active Directory for the IT Pro. To understand what Active Directory is, first you have to understand what life was like before Active Directory. This requires a little trip back in time to the 1990s. In the 90s, by and large, companies did not have networks. An employee had a computer and did all of their work on a single PC. This meant that if a user created a file on his normal PC, he couldn't access it from any other computer. People back then used to carry around floppy disks that held up to 3 whole megabytes of information. What networks that did exist were simply a bunch of computers tied together, not too dissimilar than a couple of kids talking on a tin can phone. The interconnectivity of computers allowed people to share and collaborate much faster, but it had some major flaws. One of the largest is it just didn't scale. If you wanted to have more than one person be able to log into a computer, each person would need their own unique login and password for that computer. As you can imagine, the more computers with multiple users, with accounts that expire at different times and need to be updated on individual computers, well, this quickly becomes unmanageable. Enter Active Directory. Active Directory is really just a database that exists on a server. This database keeps track of users, computers, groups, and other things common to a network, and becomes a single source of truth for that network or domain. Beyond the simplification of management, a domain adds 2 important controls: authentication and authorization. Authentication is the act of validating a user is whom they claim to be. It's like the security guard that looks at your badge and lets you in your building. Authorization is the act of giving a specific person access to a resource or function. It's the key to your office. Lots of people may be able to authenticate to your building, but not many will have the key to your office. With the rise of Active Directory, organizations were finally able to seamlessly harness computers, users, and files in a collaborative way. But with so many people having access to information created and stored in the domain, security became a major concern. Active Directory offers RBAC, or role-based access groups. These groups allow users with similar functions to have similar rights to a file. While the developers may need access to the latest piece of software, making changes, or even deleting the whole project, marketing does not need the same level of access. Active Directory stores its objects in either directories or organizational units, but they all have the same base name and branch out from there. You can think of every object in your domain as having the same root and branching from the root to other directories or OUs. In fact, domains are often referred to as trees, and the endpoint objects as leaf objects. When you have multiple domains, you can join them together by establishing a trust relationship between them. This symbolic trust relationship is known as a forest. When a system admin is organizing his Active Directory structure, you frequently have the choice between storing your user, computer, groups, and other objects in either a directory or an organizational unit, or OU. From a structure point of view, there's very little difference between the two. Where you see the difference, however, is GPO, or Group Policy Objects. GPOs can only be applied to an OU. Even with a single source of truth for a network, administering dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of workstations and users can keep even a 6-armed IT professional busy. Installing software, applying settings, enforcing security, these and many more tasks can fill up an IT professional's day. By utilizing group policy objects, a single system administrator can deploy over 3,000 customizable settings to any OU they choose, This means they can administer their whole domain with a few well-crafted GPOs. Thanks for watching. For more information and videos like this, please visit our website at www.fortheitpro.com. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification on when new videos on IT concepts made easy are made available.